where was I? Oh yes, I think I'd finished with Lord Murphy Costigan walking away and keeping his belt, and I think I was entirely in support of that particular wrestling acumen show, or show of wrestling acumen, if you want to be more grammatically correct, which I usually do. So this is Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, SummerBash. SummerBash makes me feel fine. And the first half of it is better than the second half of it. You've got a couple of big matches here, the first of which is the Box Office Blondes, who are New South Tag Champions, versus Marty Clay and somebody who he's going to bring in, who's a friend of his. And we've been seeing vignettes that the Prospector is coming, or the Prospector, and that'll be his cousin, Wes Barker, who's really impressive in this match, actually. So we get some mat work with Marty Clay and Swayze from the Box Office Blondes. There's a Marty Clay slam and 3 amigos. Then we get Clay and Barker double clothesline. Nice counter Barker suplex, a very high leg drop, and then a walking Samoan drop. But then he didn't see the hot tag and he walked straight into a big man Rex clothesline. Hot tag though to Marty Clay, power slam on Swayze, a drop kick on Rex who won't fall. So they try it together. It's great. Try to lift him, couldn't even shift him. There's a boot from Barker, a double shoulder block that finally puts him down, and then a sort of demolition move. So one holds him and the other comes off the top with a double axe handle. Presley, who is there, Tony Presley, pulls the ref out, and Swayze is given the belt. He nails Barker just as we cut to Presley. So you see him nailing him, but Presley's getting involved in some shenanigans on the outside, and they cut to that. So you don't really see the fatal shot. Well, not fatal, but fatal to the title dreams of Clay and Barker, and it's a bit odd. You don't need to see Tony Presley when that's happening. And there is your pin. Now, Bobby Blade is out. He's the lone wolf apparently, and this is the Wolf Den. Impressive, he is not. But he's got Carson Drake with him, the NWA TV champ. Well, he's got the belts with him. I don't know when this took place, but he was defeated in May, Carson Drake. He's no longer the champion. Maybe this took place before then, but I don't think it did. Anyway, he's playing the heel thing. It doesn't seem as though he's quite right. He's not playing the tropes, and not in a kind of way that I would think, well, I didn't expect that to happen, that's great. Not like that. In a way that makes me think, I don't quite think you're really grabbing hold of this. Anyway, Marcus Johnson comes out and things get a bit better. He interrupts. He's got the cashing in money in the bank thing. Not exactly that, of course not, but that kind of golden ticket. You've got a golden ticket, that sort of thing. And he may cash in on the NWA title. Now that's not an AMW or New South title, so he probably can't cash in on it, but he makes out that he can, which is enough for Carson Drake, who smacks him one, throws him into the ring. Johnson immediately punches him and he bails, and that's what you get. So I don't know whether they're setting up Johnson for a title shot. I don't know whether he's going to the NWA, but he couldn't have had that title anyway. I think that Billy Corgan would have had something to say about it, wouldn't he? Okay, here's your main event. And I'm sorry about your damn luck to be watching this match. James Storm tries ever so hard here. He's your guest. He's in there with Stan Sierra, who talks for ages. He could put a glass eye to sleep. He's with Tony Presley, of course. He's the heavyweight champion from New South. He's been given that belt apparently because he's aligned himself with Tony Presley. And this kind of incursion thing, that storyline, actually rather works. It's just that it's not great here. So we've got some Storm shots and a sling blade. He picks a fan's foot up. The fan doesn't quite know what's going on. He's sitting back in his seat, picks his foot up, and then smacks Sierra's head into it, and then someone's wearing one of those boots when you've broken your leg. Plastic, isn't it? Smacks his head into that as well. That's rather good, actually. There is a Sierra choke and a hip toss. Apparently on the exposed concrete, according to the commentary team, there are mats all over the concrete. There is no exposed concrete. I couldn't see any, and I really craned my neck. Don't tell us it's there if we can clearly see it's not. Then Storm gets hyped up a bit. There's an enziguri, and a poor DDT rather, but he gets a 2.999 recurring. Then the ref really sells a ref bump. I mean, she kind of just, she's really woozy for a while, actually. There's a pin from Storm, no ref. Another ref that gets in, Presley pulls him out of the ring and smacks him one. Presley then sprays liquid into James Storm's eyes. Did James Storm need to do that with the beer? I think he might have done. So he blows what looks like water, but it might be beer, into James Storm's eyes. There's a baseball bat shot with Mr. Higgins, and all that. And then we get the pin. James Storm goes because you've got another guest. We didn't know he was here. Well, he is on the poster, so we do know that he's here, don't we? I kind of guessed it. It's Carlito, who he was on Raw last night and now he's here. I think Raw might be... Is it live? I'm not sure about that. But anyway, he does the kind of, I'll hug you, Mr. Presley, and then I'll spit apple into your face. I've always hated that. And I've always hated I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. It just doesn't seem like it flows. It's not a good tagline. It's not good copy. And that spitting the apple is horrible. I've always hated it. However, Tony Presley appears as he leaves the ring to be smiling about it, which is not the look you want. You want him to be angry about it, don't you? Anyway, that was SummerBash. I think after Murphy Costigan's match, it didn't really hit the mark for me. But full marks for them really going for a 2-hour show. 2 hours and 8 minutes, folks. And some of that was really well done. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next, because they're entertaining. They're not quite there yet. But with this new angle, and with Murphy Costigan, they might well be soon. Ta-ta.